Winter 2011 Dexter Prize Speaking Contest. We have 7 speakers for you this morning. And we also have today the sponsor for Dexter Prize Speaking, Mr. Herbie Ross, class of 1946. Very happy that you can be here to watch the proceedings. Our first speaker this morning is Senior Michael Prentice-Glasgow, who will be reciting The Negro Artist and the Racial Mountain by Langston Hughes.
A young black poet said to me once, "I want to be a poet, not a Negro poet." Meaning, I believe, I would like to write like a white poet. Meaning, subconsciously, I would like to be a white poet. Meaning behind that, I would like to be white. And I was sorry the young man said that, for no great poet was ever afraid of being himself. And I doubted then that with his desire to run away spiritually from his own race, this boy would ever be a great poet. But this is the mountain standing in the way of any true Negro art in America. This urge within the race toward whiteness, this desire to pour racial individuality into the mold of American standardization, and to be as little Negro and as much American as possible. The road for the serious black artist, then, who would produce a racial art is most certainly rocky and the mountain is high. Until recently, he received almost no encouragement from either whites or colored people. The quaint humor and charm of Dunbar's dialect verse brought to him in his day the same kind of encouragement one would give a sideshow freak. Oh, a colored man writing poetry, how odd. Or a clown, how amusing. The Negro artist works against an undertow of sharp criticism and misunderstanding from his own group, as well as unintentional bribes from the whites. Oh, be respectable. Show how nice we are. Write about nice people, say the Negroes. Be stereotyped. Don't go too far. Don't shatter our illusions about you. Don't amuse us too seriously. We will pay you, say the whites. Both would have told Jean Toomer not to write Cain. The colored people did not praise it. The white people did not buy it. And most of the colored people who did read Cain hated it. They are afraid of it. Although the critics gave it good reviews, the public remained indifferent. Yet, accepting the work of Du Bois, Cain has the finest prose written by a Negro in America. And like the singing of Robeson, it is truly racial. But, in spite of the Nordicized Negro intelligentsia and the desires of some white editors, we have an honest American Negro literature with us. And within the next decade, I expect to see the work of a growing school of young colored artists who will paint and form the beauty of dark faces and create with new technique expressions of their own soul world. And the Negro dancers who will dance like flame, and the singers who will continue to carry our songs to all who listen, they will be with us in even greater numbers tomorrow. Most of my own poems are racial in theme and treatment, derived from the life I know. I am as honest as I know how to be in these poems, and yet, after every reading, I find myself answering questions like these from my own people. Do you think Negroes should always write about Negroes? I wish you wouldn't read some of your stuff in front of white folk. Why do you write about black people? You're not even black. Why do you do so many jazz poems? But jazz, to me, is one of the inherent expressions internal tom-tom beating in the Negro soul, the tom-tom of revolt against weariness in a white world, a world of subway trains and work, 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 the tom-tom of joy and laughter and pain, swallowed in a smile. Yet, the Philadelphia woman is ashamed to say that her race created it. She does not like me to write about it. The old subconscious white is best runs through her mind. Years of study under white teachers, a lifetime of white books, pictures and papers, and white manners, morals, and Puritan standards made her dislike the spirituals. She does not want a true picture of herself from anybody. She wants the artist to flatter her, to make the white world believe that all Negroes are as white in soul as she wants to be. And yet in my mind, it is the duty of the younger Negro artist to change through the force of his work that old whispering of, I want to be white, hidden in the aspirations of his people, to, why would I want to be white? I am black, and I am beautiful. So I'm ashamed of the young Negro artist who says, I want to be a poet, not a Negro poet. As if his own racial world weren't as interesting as any other. And I'm ashamed, too, of the Negro artist who runs from painting black faces to painting sunsets in the manner of the academicians because he fears the strange unwhiteness of his own features. We, the younger Negro artists who create now, intend to express our dark-skinned selves without fear or without shame. If the white people are pleased, we're glad. If not, it doesn't matter. We know we are beautiful and ugly too. The tom-tom cries and the tom-tom laughs. And if colored people are pleased, we're glad. If they're not, doesn't matter either. We build our temples for tomorrow, strong as we know how. And we stand on top of the mountain, free within ourselves. Thank you.
Our second speaker this morning is another senior, Justin Yan, who will be reciting the address to the Radio and Television Correspondents Association by Joe Wong.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joe Wong, but to most people, I'm known as Who, which is actually my mother's family name, and the answer to my credit card security question. I came to the United States when I was 24 to study at Rice University in Texas. And I was driving this used car with a lot of bumper stickers that's impossible to peel off. And one of them said, if you don't speak English, go home. And I didn't notice it for 2 years. Like many other immigrants, we want our son to become the president of this country. And we try to make him bilingual. You know, Chinese at home and English in the public, which is really tough to do because many times I have to say to him in public, hey, listen, if you don't speak English, go home. And he will say to me, hi, Dad, why do I need to learn 2 languages? I said, son, once you become the president of the United States, you are going to sign legislative bills in English and talk to debt collectors in Chinese. And after I graduated from Rice, I decided to stay in the United States. Because in China, I can do the thing I do best here, being ethnic. And in order for me to become a US citizen, I need to take these American history lessons where they ask us questions like, who is Benjamin Franklin? Where I was like, the reason our convenience store had robbery? What is Second Amendment? Where I was like, the reason our convenience store gets robbed? What is Roe versus Wade? Where I was like, two ways of coming to the United States? Fortunately, I became a US citizen in 2008, which I'm really happy about. America is always number one. That's true, because we won the World Series every year. And after I became a US citizen, I immediately registered to vote for Obama. He had me a yes we can. That was his slogan. And after getting Obama elected, I felt this power trip. And I think maybe I should run for president by myself. Where I have to take a step back and explain a little bit. Because I'm always a morose and pessimistic guy. I felt that life is kind of like pee into the snow in a dark winter night. You probably make a difference, but it's really hard to tell. But now, we have a president who is half black, half white. It just gives him a lot of hope, because I'm half not black, half not white. Two negatives make a positive. You may ask, what would be your campaign slogan? You see, I spent 10 years in the past decade. So, I understand that American people are suffering. So my campaign slogan would be, who cares? If elected, I will make same-sex marriage not only legal, but required. That will get me the youth vote. You see, I'm married now, but I used to be really scared about marriage. I was like, wow, 50% of all marriages end up lasting forever. And I will eliminate the unemployment in this country by reducing the productivity of the American workforce. So two people have to do the work of one, just like the president and the vice president, or the Olsen twins. And as a quick solution for global warming, I will switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius. It was 100 degrees, now it's 40. And I'm great with foreign policy, because I'm from China, and I can see Russia from my backyard. I believe unilateralism is too expensive and open dialogue is too slow. So if elected, I will go with text messaging. I will text our allies just to say hi. And text our enemies when they are driving. OMG! You're building a nuclear weapon? But you're doing it wrong. LOL.